when you do comedy in English and in Cantonese, how do you play with these languages to create your punchline?
So the first thing with languages, we have to understand, for example, the way a language is used. Okay, so for example, in Cantonese, it's a very slangy, kind of like just friendly language. Why do I say friendly? It's like you can't be too formal. When you're formal, it feels very pretentious, which is why the joke is you can't be romantic in Cantonese. Because it just sounds like, what is wrong, you know? It's a very like, hey, what's up, my friend, you know, that kind of language. And you want to say, hey, buddy, I love you. Oh, I love you so, you know, you're like, it just sounds weird. It's not romantic in that sense. Number two, also the culture behind it. For example, in Cantonese or the Asian culture, we all don't want to look bad. We don't want to be, you know, the odd one out. We want to just be, you know, everyone's all good. Which is why you will see in Cantonese shows, you don't attack the audience. You don't say, oh, you're ugly. You will say, oh, we're all ugly. So nobody feels like, oh, what are you making me feel bad? In English shows, you might say, oh, wow, this gentleman over here, you have a problem. You know, they're like, oh, it's okay, you know. So you learn that culture as well. In English, because also the culture of comedy is so long, people know what comedy is. They're ready to listen to you properly and wait for the punchline. In Cantonese, they're like, why am I listening to a stranger? Who are you, you know? So you have that. So that's the first thing. I say, why I need to know the background is because the way I use the language depends on the connection I have with the audience.